started?
It's like 15 minutes.
There it is.
Mama, there go that man.
What?
It's been a while since I've heard this song. All right. We don't normally time date it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It's Friday the 13th, May 13th. I'm joined in the wholesome house with a couple of my friends that I would say are near and dear to me. And who am I? I'm March. I'm in the building.
In May.
Also go by Troy. I guess that's my government. But happy to be here. I wasn't here last week, but I'm in this thing. Who else we got in the house?
We got Benjamin Lane in the house, that's for sure. But y'all may know me as the Segway Sensei. But today, guess what y'all can call me? Y'all can call me Kung Fu Benny, man. Y'all can call me Kung Fu Benny. You know, I might be hot, I might be spicy. But I'm not a pepper. I'm the Mr. Stepper. You feel me? Yeah, we in the building today. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been sitting on that. You know, I've been in the real rhymey mood because of, you know, the wonderful album that we just got blessed with on this wonderful Friday. But anyway, you know, enough of that. We got a guest in the house today. We gonna see who else is in the house. Go ahead, introduce yourself, my boy.
Yes, sir. You got your boy, Jayson. Your friend.
Come on, chuckle.
Yo.
But for real, it's your friendly neighborhood dark skin.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Okay.
Indeed.
Yeah, bro.
AKA Dr. Jero, the Android aficionado.
Okay.
But y'all can call me Jada Could.
Man, wait, I just want to point out, this man was talking about, I don't know what I'm going to say.
Hey,
Listen, that was elite.
Hey, that's better bars than anything I ever
That
came
was
up.
fire, bro. That was
I
fire.
appreciate it for sure.
And finally,
Yes.
the man you've all been waiting for, the man of the month. You know, the 21st is my day. May might as well be my month. It's your boy Z Breeze here. You know, 24 in a week. You
24,
know,
24.
25 on the clock, really. So, you know, we just going to get in here before I get into my midlife crisis as usual. So,
Wow. So you already have it planned. Like, you know for a fact that midlife is going to hit you.
oh, yeah, I've been preparing for my midlife crisis since like 6 months ago.
I believe this.
Honestly, because if you get ahead of it, then
believe
it'll never
this.
hit. There's people who 35 who struggling. I'm ahead of the game. And then, you know,
Is it still a crisis then? Or
Like,
is it
do you
just
know
like,
exactly what it is? Or
you're like,
I mean, I think a midlife crisis is pretty much just time passing and you realizing everything that you didn't do or need to do or want to do and feeling like you have limited time. So it's like I'm already scheduling. I'm already preparing. That way I'm right now we're just like it's like a quarter life conflict condition. I don't know.
Not crisis.
Exactly. It's not quite a crisis is being averted at the moment, but if I fold the bag, then it might be a crisis. But
Yeah.
you know, Mr. Morale really didn't, you know, he just all that goodness, he kind of just put things into perspective for me. So he kind of assisted me through this crisis because I feel like he's slick going through one. So hearing somebody who's actually going through one versus my fake little situation, it's really just
why gotta be fake, bro?
fake little situation.
We're valid, bro.
Exactly. Don't.
I appreciate
You ain't gotta
you
minimize
giving
your
me that. You know,
issues.
I'm saying.
my love language
It's
ain't
okay
like
to not be okay, Zach.
You
right.
gotta be strong all the time, man.
my love language is not words of affirmation, but you give me that validation, bro. Maybe I need to switch it, bro, because I really just
Everybody's spitting today, bro.
hit me right here. You feel
Hey,
me?
look, it's Friday. This is the first time we ever recorded.
First
on a
Friday
Friday.
episode.
This is really
It's
wild.
warm.
Nobody knows how to act. I could tell, and it's wonderful.
I know
But
Ben got on the shorts. He going crazy.
because it's hot, bro.
Don't
It's
on me.
warm, man. And if
sweat
it's
right now.
hey,
I got on the
great,
hoodie,
though.
so you know how I'm feeling right now.
No, for real. Yeah, you layered up, low key. You layered up. But you know, fellas, I got a question.
All right.
Real simple. Back in school, like before college, what lunch table did y'all sit at and why? What pulled you? What was the magnetic force that drew you to that specific lunch table? Troy, why you shaking your head?
Cause I sat with you for most of the time.
That was like literally only like senior year though.
I know, but I'm saying before that. Oh no! Dang, I do got to think about it. Then.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been a because
Are we-
you might change tables year to year.
Yeah.
You just talking about like high school or just
We'll go with just high school.
How do you define the table?
How do you define the table?
I didn't want to be the person who put the label on it. That's what I was asking first before I say it.
Literally what table? Like who was the people that was at the table? You know what I'm talking
I'd
about.
rather not even say that.
You
I'd
was
rather
either
just
at
say
the athlete table, the popular kid
Right.
table, the hip hop table,
Cracking jokes.
the
roasting
roasted
people.
table. Exactly.
Yeah.
what table do y'all think I was at?
You was at the. You're not gonna eat that.
I'm gonna tell you what table I
You,
was
you
at.
don't even like that milk. That's the table you was at.
I was at the you gonna eat that table?
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I was definitely at I wouldn't say it was particularly like the athlete table or the popular table. It was just like everybody at the table was very well known. But it's like there was also a pretty well known table too. We were just like,
So y'all were the B-list table.
you feel me? We was like
Yo.
we were like the people who
Not
were
the
actually
B-list.
friends.
Yeah. Okay.
And not just sitting with people who we ran in similar circles to. Like we were actually like, this
Yeah.
is our grouping of individuals.
Y'all weren't fake.
Exactly. So
Okay.
it's like everybody at our
Okay.
table usually mess with each other, depending on the season. You know, circumstances happen, things change.
Okay.
Altercations broke out, but
Sheesh.
yeah, no, it definitely was a highly touted table. The athlete table was to the left, and all my mans always like looked at me like, "Bro, why don't you sit with us?" And I'm like, "My real friends over here. This table was about 72% women." And then y'all table is just a whole bunch of sweaty people that I see every day at practice. So I could sit here or I could sit over here. And I chose the right table. So
The right table.
yeah, that's what I said. The right
Some
table.
of them are
Breeze
listening
gotta
to this
breeze.
podcast
They
right
was-
now.
They was, hey, shout out to them
Talking
for being
about
at
how dare you.
the table on the left. Hey, they left.
Hey,
I'm
you
right.
talking about
That's
Eric?
fair. That's fair.
Somebody got to sit there.
Right.
Jason,
got,
what,
Jason?
yeah, what's up?
Look like you itching. Go ahead.
I for sure didn't sit at like the popular kids table.
Okay.
I mean, I was cool with them, but I didn't sit at their table. It's hard to like put a label on it because they didn't. I just sat around I sat around the funny people. I said
Okay.
I thought I sat around funny people.
So are these like the class clown people, or are they just funny to you? Or like, are they just known as, oh, this is the table where?
People like
They
have
for
similar
sure-
humor to me.
Yeah.
They had similar human to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was just your people.
Yeah, you
It was
just
I just sat with my people for real.
Y'all was roasting each other, huh?
Sometimes, yeah.
was you the person who was
See,
beating on the
sometimes,
table,
like,
making
bro.
beats all the time?
Yes, sir.
I can see that. I can see
Like,
that.
I had toned down by the time high school came around, but
Because you knew better people was getting roasted for that.
but like elementary, middle school.
Unless you
that
were
was me for
elite,
sure.
though.
I'm
Unless you make it
you
a
got the
different beat.
skills.
You weren't you getting roasted if you really were like
I know, I was
Pharrell
nice
with it.
I was
Oh, no.
nice with it.
Hey, and if y'all seen the new Atlanta episode, you know,
I'm not.
playing that, you know, came in handy, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Check it out
I gotta
if y'all
catch up.
can.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I
Yeah,
know.
that's a reference. Atlanta,
yeah, that's definitely
Atlanta
a reference.
reference list coming soon.
Oh yeah, reference list coming soon on Twitter. Check it
I'm
out.
saying.
Yeah, sir.
For me, I want to say a lot of the time it was probably just whoever I had class with before. I really didn't.
Okay, that's the
yeah.
safe route.
I'm saying it was the truth for a while because I had like choir before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I normally just
Was
had
choir like always right before lunch? Did they like set it up intentionally to
acapella
do
was.
that? Got it.
So, yeah, I'll say that, and then eventually, like, whenever it got warmer outside, I'd be like, I don't really
we
care
used
who
to-
it is,
yeah.
but I'm gonna be outside, bro.
Yeah. Did y'all get to sit outside at all?
Not at all, bro. We went to deep. Oh, I went to deep.
Y'all was on lockdown.
Yo,
We was smack dead in the middle of the hood, dog.
Oh,
There was no
okay.
way.
What school you went to?
It was called CMA.
Okay.
Yes.
My school, if you got a very marginal, I'm not even gonna say the number because it's like it's not that difficult. But if you got like a certain ACT score, then you were allowed to have off-campus lunch.
Very marginal.
you have to have a certain test score to have what's off-campus lunch.
So at my school, the way it was set up, so Bearcat Boulevard is what it's called. Here's school campus, so it's like the school, then all the athletic stuff. McDonald's, Taco Bell, Wendy's, a truck stop, like a gas station,
Wow.
and Kroger. So like if you want to go off campus and get something from the 7 establishments all within walking
You
distance,
got to be smart.
that's what you had to give them for them to give you, some leeway.
That's awful.
So I had,
That's awful.
I got
They're like, but I want to get a Big Mac.
Ain't none of that.
Stupid.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
this-
kid.
get
you,
this
you ain't
school
test
lunch.
high enough.
Right? Can I retake the test?
No.
none of that.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting off campus lunch, but none of my mans could use it. None of the people that I was sitting with at lunch was using it. So I was being real. I'm like, just give me your chicken sandwich.
Bro, you should have ran like
Bro,
an
you're a real one for
underground,
That's what I'm
feel me, bro?
saying.
like
You know how I am.
lunch ring, bro. That's
On
you
me,
shoulda
I should have been
did.
taking orders, huh?
Yeah, but like being like, hey, I'll get this for you for like $3 extra on
Man.
top of whatever it is.
I get whatever you want.
Charge
Just buy
interest.
mine for me.
Or that too. You feel me?
You could have been
Bartering, go
DoorDash
crazy.
before it was DoorDash.
Exactly.
See, bro, I wasn't a money man back then. See, I should have been
Missed
thinking.
opportunity right
On
there.
me. I could
Man.
$1 billion industry right there folded.
Exactly, especially if he was at the athlete table.
On me, everybody.
Them orders.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro. The stakes were high. They were like, listen, if you ain't testing, I'm sorry.
Imagine
Man.
being like that, being like your main motivation to get like whatever score on your
I'm
test.
trying to eat.
Like you sweating while you bubbling. You just like
It was
bro,
the ACT. It was whatever
That's
your
what I'm
ACT score
saying.
was.
Wow, bro.
That's so bold, just because like what if it's so before taking that test, like
As,
no one
as,
had
as
the,
underclassmen, no underclassmen.
you don't get the opportunity whatsoever.
Yeah.
But the moment you get
Upperclassmen's-
the test scores, then you get the chance.
Yeah.
That's a real power structure right there.
What's
okay?
messed up about that too is that it
What if you're a bad test
takes
taker?
that, but
That
I'm
too.
also just thinking of it takes away like the almost the like it's not a secret, like you might not know the exact score that I got, but you know if I can't go and get Mickey D's,
They violated
you know if
HIPAA
I'm not
for sure.
allowed, bro. Exactly, like
That's rough.
you know what range that I was in and what
Facts.
bracket if I'm not allowed to leave and go get Kroger sushi.
On me, yeah. You walking out the door, you come back in with Taco Bell. They're like, oh,
Exactly.
3.5
You-
student, huh?
You smart, right? You smart versus the ones that are walking out the door.
Where's your hall pass? Where's your hall pass?
Exactly. That's bold.
That's
Interesting. Was that the conclusion of
Yeah,
your
I'm gonna roll with that.
Sometimes outside. I was at a lot of tables. We like would change lunches. Like we would have
A
from like
lunch, B
semester
lunch.
to semester.
Yeah.
We had 3 lunches, so it was A, B, or C lunch. And
Good.
so like some semester I'd be at like a certain table because I'd get a table with all like maybe it's like the black people. Then maybe I'm the next semester I get the lunch where none of the black people were in. So now I gotta sit with like the popular kids. Now I gotta sit with eventually then when I got more into like theater and stuff, I could sit with like the theater kids or whatever.
Yeah.
But one of the memories that I was thinking of, and Troy's gonna remember this, is we had a store. So we had a school store, and it was
Everything was so expensive, bro.
yes, but in the store you would buy like gear for like like
Games.
represent the exactly. But really the biggest thing was they would sell cookies.
Yes, they would.
They would sell
Oh,
cookies
man.
during lunch, okay, and it was like fresh baked warm cookies.
We had
and
those too.
you put it might have been the same brand. I don't remember the brand, but them cookies
It was in a clear bag. It had like real wording.
it was red wording for sure, but it was kind of
It
like a
was bussin'.
We had
translucent.
cookies, but I don't remember.
Okay.
They was about this big.
Yeah.
For y'all who watching the video, about yay big.
Yeah, they were big cookies,
Banging
and
that
you
boy.
can buy them like separately with just like regular cash.
Yeah.
So the way that like thing was set up, it was a class, it was a store, and I was in the class one semester, and so during that class, like your lunch changed because you would have to service like all the different lunches. So that's how I really was like, I was at all different tables during this time, but I was the team captain, and then the team captain, you actually like draft out of the classroom because it was a competition between 2 teams, whoever sells the most cookies.
Oh,
I was the
wow.
captain of my team, and I drafted like my entire team, and we sold the most cookies. Like we were killing, like the numbers were crazy. We were just pushing cookies like crazy. And I just want to shout out anybody that's listening from Novi. You remember Nostalgia, bro.
Oh wow.
You remember
bro.
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Real cool cat, real artistic. He went to art school and just like an interesting character. His real name's Noah, but everyone called him Nostalgia because it's like Twitter was Nostalgia. Shout out Nostalgia.
I definitely
But-
bought some cookies for him.
See,
I ain't gonna lie
he
to
was
you.
my first pick, bro.
I ain't gonna lie
He
to
was
you.
my first pick because I just knew because people just messed with him and he was just silly
He was
and just
fearless.
man.
You just be like, listen, y'all want some cookies?
And we was just pushing cookies, and this I don't know, this
Man,
memory
it
just
sound
like,
a little. I'm just saying. It sound a little spicy. Like, what y'all doing to get these cookies off, bro? Like, how would y'all convincing people to take them cookies?
Nothing. He was just. He would literally be like,
if you
listen,
got it, you got
do
it.
you want these cookies? They're like X amount of dollars. It's not a joke. Here, go
Be
ahead.
like, look, I know you want these cookies. So
Exactly.
let's
He was
stop.
committed.
Do this the easy way or the hard
Hey,
way?
look,
not
Choice is yours.
Hey, I ran a tight ship, and them cookies was not coming back to the kitchen.
Fresh off the presses.
Yo,
Fresh off the presses, I was pushing cookies like crazy. Our team was killing the other team. I feel bad for the other team. I don't, but I like
Benjamin
to say that I
Saint,
feel
bro.
bad. And it just I don't know. I
You
just,
building super teams, huh?
man,
You
I
had
I
Prime.
drafted that with such like intent. I had first pick. I said I need nostalgia on my team.
That's wild, bro.
And then the rest of the team was solid too. It was good times. But yeah, I sat at a lot of tables and made a lot of memories. I never really got to feel like that was, I don't know, semester to semester it was a different table. So that's why I was interested to hear like if you guys had that table that was just consistent throughout the school year or throughout the 4 years or whatever the case is. But
yeah, for the most part, I was definitely with the same group of people. There was like, when you first come in as a freshman, you come in and then now you're on the outskirts. So it's like our lunchroom is like the more clicked up, the more known individuals always sat in the center of the lunchroom. Where it's kind of like if you sitting by the wall, like you probably nobody coming over your table like talking to y'all.
Yeah,
so it's
true.
like I think freshman year, it's like I'm terrified. I'm like, where am I going to sit during lunch? Blah blah blah. So then I'm sitting at the first table as soon as you walk in to the left next to the pop machine. Just pull the chair up like this is my spot.
Going right to your assigned seat, huh?
Exactly. Like, hey,
Dang.
I'm walking into the left. That's where I'm gonna be. It's easy access in and out. Then, actually after I got acclimated and I felt comfortable, even though I was in the same school district, so I always knew everyone anyway.
Yeah.
It was never a case of I didn't know anybody. It's just comfortability.
Yeah.
Then by middle, second semester through senior year, sitting in the middle. I'm sitting at the same table. I think I sat at the same table, A,
Come on,
B
you
lunch.
find me.
First year,
Right.
fourth year.
you know where I be.
Yeah. So no, I definitely had a pretty consistent table with the same group of people. And our thing was people used to sell suckers.
Yeah, we did have big old.
Yeah, so that little
lollipops in there,
25 cent sucker thing, all the flavors bang. These were like
Oh,
the
wow.
best suckers.
was it
in
like the
history.
real big like,
circle?
dense sucker?
Dense, like, you taking
you not
30
biting
minutes.
through this, bro? Yes,
30 minutes to finish it. Yeah, people,
Hey, you got your money's worth with them suckers. No kidding.
on me. People coming to you talking about,
I mean, flavorful.
can you buy me a
vibrant.
sucker?
No way.
Talking about,
Hey,
I got 50 more cents.
I got a couple
did y'all
quarters.
used to have
worth.
the
I got a
people that used to
couple
sell
quarters.
stuff at lunch?
Oh, just
People selling their own
yeah,
stuff?
out the book bag.
you already know we ain't had that.
Nah.
Getting
Unfortunately,
confiscated,
yeah, that would
bro.
got locked down.
What was they selling?
I mean, they had
Just
this
like
dude-
snacks and stuff.
Yeah, I remember freshman year, dude, he used to have like the honey buns,
buns.
chips, like all different hot chips, candy, like all that.
I love hot chips.
Rice
How much you
Krispie
think he
treat.
was getting? Like, how much you think he was taking
he
home?
was,
Like
he
a
was
week?
making bread, bro. Like everybody knew to go to him.
Oh, wow.
Because he had the deals.
He
was
had the
throwing-
jacket. He had the jacket.
Bro had a
Right.
backpack full of stuff. I remember one
No
day
way.
he actually.
Well, where are your books?
He said, "Don't worry
I'm a
about that."
businessman.
Right, I'm studying this paper. What you talking about?
He was learning finance. He was rushing to finance.
Right.
Yeah, no, and then he actually got caught. The vice principal had caught him.
Okay.
Took his book bag, emptied it out in front of the whole cafeteria. Everybody just ran and took his stuff. And
Wow.
Yeah, it was a messed up situation.
That's
Emasculated
really
him in
shiesty,
front
bro.
of everybody,
Did he
bro.
ever get
This is
business
what
back up
happens when
running?
you-
I can't remember.
Yeah,
When you
right.
sell
Trying
things illegal.
to let me make an example of you.
I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
saying.
I don't remember if he ever got.
He never
business
opened shop back up?
But yeah,
Dang.
I remember that day very vividly.
Imagine he had
That's a
stuff in there
legend.
like he wasn't selling, bro. It's just gone, bro. Yo.
Said, wait, that was
Principal
that
did
wasn't
not
for
care.
sale.
They didn't flush his supply down the toilet.
That's crazy,
no, do you know how much money that was?
I'm
Come on, I was
saying.
looking forward to them cookies after lunch. That had nothing to do with my business.
Right.
My cookies are gone.
I for sure would have lied. I just like candy. Yes, I have 46 packs of Starburst. Okay?
Exactly.
Have you tasted the red one yet?
Yo.
The all
Said,
pink
this is a
Starburst.
juicy contradiction. What do you mean? Like, this is golden right now.
Solid and sweet, then gone.
Right.
Just
Dang. That is not the way to
That's
to
vicious.
discipline. Right.
Not at all. It was probably very embarrassing for him.
Yeah.
he's like, I'm just trying to make a little bit of bread, man. That's crazy. Got caught by the fuzz. Oh well.
The fuzz.
But okay. So that's lunch tables. Interesting.
He got me thinking about high school all of a sudden. Now I ain't trying to
I'm
just go
sorry.
down that rabbit hole.
Yeah,
I
I
had
don't
a
think
great
about
time in
that
high
at
school.
all.
Dang. What was I finna say? I'll come back to that. But
It's
I
high
was
school
saying-
related.
Yeah, no. Well,
Teen pregnancy.
teen pregnancy. What was I finna say?
I don't know.
Oh, my goodness. No, it definitely wasn't that. I guess I was finna ask what was I don't know, like your favorite high school event. Like what's like whether it's a sporting event, whether it's a homecoming, whether it's a prom.
Oh, like
what
a
was
consistent one or like one moment?
one moment?
That
Like
was
what,
an
like
event.
what was like the pinnacle?
Troy might,
What's the
we might
height?
have the same answer.
What was the height
you
of high
gonna say,
school
bro?
for you?
I don't know. I'm about to go ahead. Or JC, you could go first.
Peak of high
If
school.
you already know yours.
Baseball game? I don't know. You hit a home run.
I mean, I ain't have a lot of school spirit in high school.
Oh, you was the one who.
On God, same.
You talking about good
I did not
memories.
care about a lot of that stuff, but
He's like, I'm here because I gotta be, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't get fined.
He's like, seeing the guy get his snacks dumped out. That was it. That was
Really killed
probably-
it for me. He said, "This is what I get for being involved.
said,
I ain't doing this, bro. Forget
Facts,
it."
bro. But I don't know. I probably, if I had to pick one, even though it's not that big of a moment, probably like my playoff game and baseball playoff game.
Okay.
Yeah, we lost, but it was a fun game.
Memorable.
Yeah.
Okay, I can roll with that. Yeah. I definitely want to say the first one I'm thinking of now is one of the, I don't want to say many upsets that Novi's football team had.
Yep.
But one in particular.
Great memory. This
One
is the
in
exact
particular,
one I was
bro.
gonna say.
I don't even think, like, were we just on a run? Because our team classically was not
all right,
very good.
Well, you got to give the full context. So our class, this was our senior year. This is
it was senior year,
This was our
okay.
2016 like senior year class.
Man.
Let me tell you, when we were freshmen, that team did not win
A
a
single game.
They went a full season without winning one game.
That's quite common in the Saginaw community.
I'm sorry to hear that. That is not very common
Dang, bro,
in our
sorry.
community at all.
It's all right.
And so it was just like, I think just our class was just like, we're just underdogs. Like we just hit the ground as underdogs.
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
you're talking about your freshman year, the senior team, or the JV or freshman football team?
I want to
You
say
talking about
all the above, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
Damn.
it was bad.
Yeah.
So,
We were not known for football.
but senior year, it was different. But go ahead and continue.
Man, I have, I guess, particular reasons why it's kind of memorable for me. But the crazy part about it simply was that we had played West Bloomfield, and that was a team that classically was pretty freaking good. Like, they have most of their players going straight to Eastern or, I'm trying to think where else would they go. State, probably, too. And
Western, Central.
yeah, and I'm saying
Northern,
balling, going crazy.
SVSU.
And I can't remember exactly everything that happened in the game. I do remember it just being I can't remember if it was a close game or if we were just so hyped because we were just happy to freaking be there, because like Bev was saying, our team was not good. But we ended up like storming the field, right?
Yeah, we won that game.
We freaking
And
won
we
that game
stormed
on
the
an
field.
upset, bro, because they were
It was
supposed
an
to
away
beat
game.
us,
We were
bro.
at West Bloomfield.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
and stormed the freaking field, bro.
We stormed their field. It was so obnoxious because we had no business running on their field like that.
We were,
but it was like
man.
historically, like we would get to the playoffs sometimes, but like first round of playoffs, we're done.
Knocked out.
So like we shouldn't have made it that far to begin with.
It could have been the freaking Super Bowl for us, bro.
Bro,
we were
we was like
going nuts, bro.
what's his name? Pat Beverly, bro.
Yes.
That's exactly how
On
we
God, bro.
Talking about, you would have thought they won the
Yo.
championship in this game because we were going nuts.
And let's just say for me, particularly, that was a very long drive home for me. So yeah, and yeah, it was just kind of hard to be like, yeah, so y'all was just on the field, huh? And I was like, listen, I got swept up in the moment. I was just there. I don't know what to say,
It was
but I'm happy I was there because I have this memory now forever.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all got the dub, man. Hey,
Yo.
Yeah,
do
we
it
didn't
to you.
win on to get thrashed by CC, but
Yes, because that's actually how it would always happen too. Because yeah,
They
their
was, in your,
team.
they was in your region, so you got to play them every year.
CC
Yeah.
being Catholic Central.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about them. That's some they some Saginaw legends. We'd be like, yeah, bro, Catholic Central football.
And the worst
Yeah.
part
We wanna
about
be
them
like
is
that.
that they would not be just down the road, but like close enough
From
to
the
be,
middle school, yeah.
Yeah.
Just literally just down the
like
road.
literally just there, and it's like, oh, there go them.
Yeah, just
They'll
like,
win again.
Yeah.
But I want to say that's probably the one I'm gonna say for now.
I can't remember what year it was. I would imagine. I just want to. I'm just gonna say my sophomore year, but it was a walkout / sit down in the lobby kind of protest thing that was
Okay.
going on. For what purpose?
I was just
still
about to
don't
say, like,
know.
what was the cause?
I don't know what
Just-
happened. I don't know if they wasn't giving us adequate lunch meals. I don't know.
But something was wrong.
Something was wrong. Something was going on, and the students were fed up. / people just wanted a reason to act a nut.
Of course.
So,
Yeah.
everybody was like, "All right, we gonna stage
Somebody
this
throw a chair.
walkout or this whatever. We're gonna stage this walkout at this time during like third hour." Everybody like bet. Everybody know. As soon as it come, everybody like it's time to go to class.
Down.
Actually, I just think as soon as that class period started, nobody went into the classroom because we had like 5 minutes to get to
Yeah.
class, stuff like that. It's like when that 5th minute came, everybody's still in the hallway. So then now people just like acting crazy just because a lot of people don't even know why we're doing it. Like I said, I don't even know the reason for this.
Dang.
So a lot of people probably never knew the reason for it. So the kids who already gonna act up really acting
Exactly.
up.
You like
So-
all I got was the instructions. I ain't get
Exactly. So now they
the
trying to get all of us to go back in the classroom. People throwing their binders, throwing their folders, like 150 pages of scrap paper just on the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Cussing.
Just rioting.
Yeah, it literally just turned into a riot. Like people running around the hallway, playing tag, cussing, screaming at each other, throwing all their paperwork on the ground just because they can. Like literally for no greater reason. And then other people who actually were trying to do the peaceful protest thing are just sitting there, just like, you guys are just ruining this for us. Like they're never going to respect us after this again. I think we got to go home that day. I think it was a half day. Like they just shut it down. They was like, everybody leave.
So like, what happened after that?
The next day came and it was just.
I was gonna say,
normal.
did y'all
Yeah.
get what y'all were fighting for? Or
I don't think so because I
Did
don't
the
think
movement succeed?
the people who was doing all the chaos weren't a part of the movement. So I don't think that it went anywhere. I think that we just got to have day off school. But I didn't complain. I went home talking to my man. It's like, bro, did you see him, bro? He threw a 50-pound binder in the air in a crowd of people.
That was outrageous.
After a basketball game, somebody like bust a window. We won.
of like the
And y'all
building?
won?
The athletic wing.
Oh wow.
Like when the windows like just got mad and just like, oh.
so like
just-
one of the people that y'all beat.
One of our fans during the game that we won just decided to just break a window.
Hey, man's was too hype, bro.
Yeah, just like
Said, "Let's
I don't,
go."
I don't know if it was I don't know if he
Wow.
used a phone. I don't know if he used a rock. I don't know if he grabbed a dump trash can and just threw it into it.
Man.
But next thing I know was an investigation about who broke the window, and I knew who broke the window. So I'm just sitting there like, I hope you don't get caught. 3 days later, got him out of there.
No.
And I don't think he ever came back to school after
Talking
that.
about we have the footage.
Whole
bro.
life just changed.
Just changed
That's crazy.
Man, he made it had a perk, bro.
on me. Hey, but
It's bringing a lot of
it
memories for
makes
me,
some
bro.
great stories. And now, for the most scandalous thing you've ever heard. Welcome to Dateline. This is Zachary Laurie.
I don't know. That riot was something.
Hey,
This is
man.
worse.
Oh,
This
I'm
is
talking-
significantly
talking
worse.
about
So,
being
hey,
off of perk.
into
I'm
your
tapped
ears.
in. Let's go.
So basically, okay, I decided to play football this year. No, did I play yet? Actually, I didn't play. Okay, so we have a U.S. I'm not even gonna say no names because that's how scandalous it is.
Good,
Like
good.
if I say it, I could really incriminate some lives.
Just use like Disney names or something. I don't know.
Right.
Lilo and
Ariel.
Stitch, Ariel. You know what I'm
Like his
saying?
name
All right,
was,
so it
his
would-
name was Stitch.
So,
right.
so I'll
his
call
brother's
this
name was Nemo.
I'll call
Oh
this
my
person the
God.
Beast.
Okay.
Okay,
For
all
sure.
right.
Like Beauty and the Beast.
That's
Yeah.
probably fitting.
Man looks very similar to the Beast.
Ooh.
Not saying that he's
Diesel.
ugly, but he's diesel.
You
He's
dig?
tall.
Yeah.
So
Got you.
the Beast.
Somebody gonna still know who you talking about.
Everybody's gonna know.
Everybody-
who
no.
knows this story is
Oh,
waiting for
okay.
this.
Yeah.
So basically, so the Beast is a middle-aged man in the community,
Okay.
and Tinkerbell, I'll call her Tinkerbell.
sure.
Tinkerbell and Snow White.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Tinkerbell and Snow White both
is
are.
hilarious.
Was it? This was junior year. Okay, Tinkerbell and Snow White are sophomores.
Okay.
All right.
The Beast is not a student at the school.
So he just the beast is
He's just
just
roaming.
a regular right. He just in the streets.
That's what I'm gonna leave it at right
He
now.
just existing. Okay.
Yeah, so the Beast, middle-aged man. These are two 10th graders at the school and stuff like that.
Don't like where this is
and they're feuding over him. So they're feuding over
my
him. They
gosh.
both don't know that they're messing with the beast. So they're both. Well, one of them's writing about it on Wattpad.
Not Wattpad.
Yeah, so giving all the details
Not
about
the
this love
fan
affair.
fiction.
Giving all the details about this love affair between her and
Man, they be going into
to very, very vulgar,
descriptive words.
descriptive detail, dates, times, places, everything. So
Just snitching.
it comes to find out as the year progresses and the case ends up getting resolved. It is someone who we hold near and dear in our community. It turns out to be the head coach of one of the sports teams that I have played on. So then it's like,
Get him out of there.
yeah. So after that, we just never seen him again. We just never seen him again. And now I just thought about this story because all my friends asked me, talking about, you remember such and such? You remember how such got fired? Blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. They was like, do you know her Wattpad so we can go log in and read it? 8 years later.
Low-key.
And I'm like, yeah, because none of us actually, like, we found out about it after it was over. Like, after the police have come to the school, this has already been hammered out. Parents have made comments. People have been removed from the staff and stuff like that. That's when it starts circulating. Obviously, they weren't going to put it in the community before that. And all of us, we just so like, I can't believe that this happened. I can't believe he really gone. Like,
Wow.
I can't believe he was on this time. And
No,
then
for real.
me as an 11th grader, me and my friend Anthony was like, out of all the girls, yeah, Anthony, that's my best friend. Anthony's a part of this conversation.
All right,
what up,
all
Ant? So, and as you know, you and me were two young boys at this time, 17. We was like, out of all the girls in the school that the Beast could have chose, he chose
Tinkerbell and Snow White.
Tinkerbell and Snow White.
No,
There's some Lauren Londons and Megan Goods that sing.
no way.
Yeah, but he
That is
really
not the conclusion that you're supposed to draw from this
Right.
scenario, bro.
it's not, but it's just like it's even more ridiculous.
Y'all were just sitting there, just like,
That's what was going through your
why would he
naive
do it?
17-year-old.
But then, why would he do it?
Not only did you commit one of the
Oh,
most heinous
no.
crimes possible to commit,
Oh,
you did it
no.
in just one of the most horrible fashions possible. It's just like he went out. It's sad in all regards. And then him and his wife ended up reconciling. They ended up reconciling, and they're together now.
Yo,
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm saying it must not have been that bad.
And Snow White grew up to be a award-winning
I'm
New
saying,
York
like-
best-selling author.
are they good?
Snow White and Tinkerbell.
Yeah. To what you
You
know,
talking about
obviously.
define-
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Have happy lives.
Wow.
I was an 11th grader and they were 10th grader, so to give you perspective, they're a year younger than us.
Fair.
But yeah, no, living very
Talking about they
successful,
just
very happy
graduated?
lives, and it seems like it has caused no
They made it out the mud.
trauma.
No.
Nah, you know it caused some trauma, bro.
Well, not to the general public,
yeah.
Oh man.
but it seems very happy. You know, talking about trauma, the album. You know, speaking openly about trauma. Some
was
people
gonna jump to it, bro.
You know,
What kind of
sometimes
segue?
it may or may not get disclosed later. You know. But yeah, shout out to Kendrick Lamar and the new album that dropped. What a way to get to it, but nonetheless, quite a masterpiece of
Tinkerbell and
this
Snow, Tinkerbell and Snow White was going through it, but this album hit. Hey, this album is going crazy.
Listen,
Kendrick Lamar is
wanna
the
talk about
greatest
some big
artist of our
steppers.
generation.
I'm saying, what's this? If we're just getting to it, if I'm
The
just
greatest artist of our generation.
listen,
There's no
What
way,
in the
bro.
world?
what's his name?
Well, go ahead.
I'm trying to think of the song. Well, while I'm looking for this, what's your favorite song off the album?
Or did you want to give your? Oh wait, did you already give your?
I mean, no,
Special-
I'm cool. with just,
no, go ahead. I'm sorry. I want to hear your moment. I went
I
too
don't know
far.
if I have any more moments other than.
I
I,
took
mean,
it
I had a
there.
lot. Of
I got
great
one. If
moments
you
for sure.
you need some time to look,
Yeah, I need to find the song that I want to talk
maybe
about.
you'll remember this. I'm not going to use names because I don't know to what degree or what sort of damage I may do. But I do remember senior year.
I've already done it. You got to finish it. Just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try to bring us back up. But I remember
Not
senior
the
year.
trauma transition.
It was around the time of, I think we had a walkout or something. I don't know. A lot of high school was kind of a blur for me. But
Why was it a blur? What were you doing?
I just didn't care a whole lot, truthfully.
So how'd you get a college degree if you don't care about school?
God is good.
All the time.
Truthfully, I'm sorry. But I distinctly remember. I'm not sure if it was a rumor or if someone had actually said this, but I remember I'm in some class period. Maybe I'm not, because at this point I'm a senior and I'm just walking around. They're like, yeah, you know, they bringing dogs to the school.
Oh,
This
yeah.
I know a lot of cases like this.
Bro,
one.
to start searching people's lockers.
Hey, yo.
But let's just say someone took this. Someone took this news and
Booked, bro.
Wait, so they just ran out the classroom?
They knew what time it was, bro.
Yo.
Run out the classroom.
They heard the bells, man.
And I truthfully, like, I say this
Oh my
as sincerely as I can. I don't know if it was true or not. But bro had to get up out of there. And the reason it's so funny is because this is how the rest of the story goes. I didn't see it with my own eyes.
Yes.
But let's just say I didn't see it with my own eyes, but I saw the aftermath.
The aftermath. Yes.
Apparently he runs out the school, gets in his car, and let's just say at Novi a lot of students have like really nice kind of cars. I think he had a Mustang at the
he had
time
a
or
Stang.
something. Man,
All
and
black
peels
Mustang.
out that boy, hitting cars, jumps the curb.
It's not because it's not a curb. It's like a whole,
It's a
like,
sidewalk basically.
yeah, but and then it was a bunch of. It's almost like a ledge with like a bunch of like plants and stuff.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
what
them
we're
plants
referring
didn't
to the
make it.
overmath. He like jumped up off the like it was like a little ramp basically. All them like the plants were just ripped
Everywhere,
up out of
bro.
there.
Dirt
Mulch
everywhere.
and dirt just flew everywhere.
You see the
Dents in
tire
people's
marks.
cars.
And I'm saying, like, I distinctly remember that day.
I do
'cause
remember
bro
that.
was finna catch 10 years.
He had
He
to
had
get
to
up out
be,
of there,
bro.
bro. And it's just like that's something that is not that.
I just want to know the fear that he had in his heart.
I want to know what he had, bro. At that point, he
'Cause-
thought they was gonna put Buddy away.
Get Buddy out of here.
Yo,
Dog was living in GTA.
He was
for
like,
real.
"Look, I don't care about the after, like the consequences, but
said,
whatever.
"It's gonna be worse
it's
if I
going to
stay
be
here.
exactly.
I
It's going to
gotta
be
go."
significantly worse if they find what I got in this
Tow his
locker."
car.
That's how you got to make your decisions, man. You got to just
Sometimes
process of
you-
elimination.
Literally, you outweigh the benefits and the costs right in that moment.
I ain't mad at him.
hey man, he could
shout
have
out
also
to him.
been impaired in that moment
He made
too.
the decision and he committed.
Man,
Hey, shout out to him for having dedication to go through with his first mind things.
Oh
man.
my
'Cause
God,
that
bro.
takes courage.
He's a doer.
rip that
He
car
is a
up.
doer. He did it.
Rip that car.
I would have
up,
took my
bro.
chances in the school.
You think so?
Yeah, I ain't doing all
What?
that, bro. They
Why?
gonna come find me.
Yeah.
At that point,
If I'm feeling how he feeling, they said you said the canines was in there too.
Yeah.
I don't know if they
You're
was
getting
actually
found.
there.
You're getting
no.
found.
I'm saying I don't know if they were actually.
If you knew
there.
they were on the way, you're getting found. I am gone. I am taking my mama Malibu back in that year in 2011.
I think it definitely all depends on like what he actually had. Like
Man.
the level
Exactly.
of whatever contraband this man had in his possession, that would like I feel like that would make one decision versus the other. Like if it's like not that crazy and I'm just like, dang, I'm about to get caught, but
I'm
like
just
it's not gonna
saying,
be that bad.
what's
but
gonna
if it's
take
something
you?
like what's gonna take
What's
me?
gonna take you to get to Tokyo
don't-
Drift,
look.
bro? Because he was out of there.
Jason, you got an answer for that?
Anything.
Grams wasn't even legal then.
You said what?
Grams wasn't even
Exactly.
legal then. So
True, but I say anything above marijuana would have been like okay. I
okay.
get it.
So
I agree.
what if you had a pound? You
Yeah.
still staying?
A pound of like marijuana.
Yeah. Yeah. So how much?
They
How much?
hitting you
How
with-
much?
How many show hitting you with that intent
How
to
many
distribute?
dollars worth?
But why
of
you got a
marijuana?
pound in school?
How many
You
dollars?
don't know
worth-
what he had the
I'ma
way he
flush it
peeled
at that
out,
point.
bro.
I don't
I'm
know,
saying,
bro.
How many dollars worth do you think you
Low
would have
key,
before
how
you
are
feel
you hiding
uncomfortable?
that? If you got a pound, how did you fit that in the locker
To peel up
begin
out
with?
of there.
You had
I
that,
guess.
Yo, book bag for sure.
That's
And
it.
you know it stank, bro.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I guess it would have to be like
Vacuum
in the
sealed.
thousands
Way.
or something like that.
You said like how much?
Like in the thousands, maybe like
$1,000. I ain't gonna lie. I think $400 worth. I'm probably still ditching school too, cause they could get you with that
He could
distribution.
have did it
card.
so much smoother, bro. He just made it so obvious.
Oh yeah, I'm
man.
sneaking out during lunch.
You know
I'm
what I'm
like,
saying?
here go the ACT score. You feel me?
I hear that. Hey,
I'm
can I
out.
go to the bathroom? And I'm piecing out
On
of
me.
there.
Definitely, he could have used some more discretion for sure.
He could have been Satan
Because
after him
he, knew,
because
he was like,
out of there.
he's like, they're gonna know I was guilty. Like if I do this,
Yeah.
but again, I will take that over them actually finding like what I had
Man,
in my
yo.
possession.
Put that
That's
piece
the
on
crazy
that.
part. That's I'm like
he
he
had
probably
that-
either had like he probably had a a plethora of stuff.
Yeah, pills.
Bro,
He was on his Euphoria 13 Reasons Why.
I swear, he's
Listen.
like, if y'all find me with this, it is over. My whole childhood is done. My parents are disowning me. I didn't buy this Mustang. The Mustang is gone. They taking this back. Like,
Oh, he drove a Mustang.
yeah, it was all black.
ripped it
Like
up.
He
it
paid
was
for that cash.
black
Man.
rims.
That's like other people's cars getting up out of there, boy. Oh my gosh.
Man, he'll be home in 3 summers.
Yeah.
I'm saying at this point, that was what, a decade ago?
Oh yeah, he would have been
Yeah.
out by now for sure. Probably.
Probably.
Especially, I don't know how old he was. He might have been. He probably would have
He
been.
could have got tried as an
minor.
adult.
He
But yeah,
might have been. I don't know. He was older than us, I
tiptoeing
think.
the line.
Though.
I'm just saying, I feel like a lot of them would have been all right afterwards. One of us. A little different, but I ain't gonna get into that. But go ahead with the Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Oh, I was just saying what song? The Segway song, Mother I Sober.
Is it I? Or I thought it was just like a divider thing. Is it I?
Mother Divider Sober.
Yeah, I
Featuring
think it was
Beth
like
Gibbons.
a break of like these are two different songs. Mother sober. I don't know. Whatever. It don't matter. I know the song you talk about.
It was
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah.
some heavy hitting conversational pieces that were taking place in this album. Between that, Crown, Savior,
We Cry
Together,
Savior is
Father
it.
Time.
Man,
The song that was playing, the melody was playing at the beginning of the first side of the tape, the middle of the beginning of the second tape, and then at the very end. I need him to release that by itself. The little melody that was playing.
Go ahead, sing it for us.
For which one?
You can't play too much. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because he plays like 40 seconds of it at that, then he plays 40 seconds of it at the beginning of the second act, and then he plays the rest of it at the beginning of the last song.
In a poetic fashion, as Kendrick does so well.
Hey, yeah, I'm saying, bro, I'm hot take out the gate. I'm probably not gonna have this in rotation at all in 3 months,
Probably
but
not.
I feel that, bro. Kendrick not even that good for real.
I ain't say that. I'm not gonna dig a grave. See, this man, he looking for a soundbite, bro.
I'm trying
Your
to go
own man's trying to set you
viral.
up. Your own man's
I'm gonna cut the clip right there. They're gonna be like, they gonna be like, whoa.
And then
Oh,
go back to watch the whole thing. Wait a second.
Matter of
We
fact,
about to get hit with the most.
Oh my, egregious. Right, bro.
Oh my god, bro.
I gotta
you,
break
though.
the fourth wall here, man. If y'all watched the last episode, if y'all didn't, please go watch it. This man tried to cook me because what part
probably
was
did.
it? The clip.
Sound like me.
The clip about he was like the Santa Claus and Jesus, like, are they
Yes.
equal? That is not at all what I meant. If you took it the
Hey,
wrong
man.
way, that is not what I was trying to say.
Man,
I was
nobody
simply
take the wrong way.
saying that we don't know what the narrative is on Santa Claus. We don't know for a fact any description of this man or anything. It's
The
literally just been
narrative?
made up. It's just literally been made up. But then if you looked it up, somebody actually did do some research.
You felt strongly
Why
about
did you
this,
follow
bro.
up so heavily on this one small?
Because
piece
somebody
of it?
I had mentioned it to
okay.
somebody, and then they just decided to do research about chill out, talking about physicality. But
It's the step is talking to you, bro.
yeah, somebody had just like decided to do the research for me because they had seen the clip and then they was laughing at it.
So
And
it worked.
I mean, at what expense? At the expense of my
Yes.
my retribution, my salvation.
You said it.
terrible, bro.
So this is a live picture of what they have depicted Saint Nicholas to look
It's
like.
gonna look like Jayson.
Hey, shit.
This is
Hey,
Saint
that dude
Nicholas.
look like me.
Try to show it.
I'ma show it to the camera.
Yeah.
In like 20 years, that could
Heck
be
is this?
30, 40 years.
Look it up.
All right.
This is a picture of Saint Nicholas.
Black Santa, ladies
Yeah,
and
he for
gentlemen.
sure black. And that pic.
This man look. This man look like Gandhi or something.
I'm
But
just
yeah,
saying,
so I'm
bro.
just saying, you know.
You
After
look
I,
like-
after
do
I
you
give
think,
y'all, after
you-
I give y'all these hot takes, hey, go ahead, do a little bit of research. You might find out something.
You know what I'm saying? You think Kendrick's children are gonna believe in Santa Claus?
Absolutely not.
No,
Not at all.
nah.
Why not?
Isn't he a Israelite?
No, you tell me.
I thought he was.
Teach
A,
me. He just
I
asking the
thought
questions
so
here.
also.
Teach me something.
I thought he was.
And based off of Savior, I am not your savior. He ain't gonna go for no Santa Claus, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm piggybacking off of Troy answer. He definitely gonna be like, look, this is the truth about the world, and this is what you need to know. Honestly, I think his approach to parenting might be a little similar to mine's, bro. I'm just saying.
So
we
he gonna
talking
get
about,
cooked too, I guess.
oh, I mean, how you gonna get cooked? Because he ain't showing the world everything that he doing on a daily basis. He don't care what they think or if he doing the right or wrong thing because he know that he Mr. Morale. I'm doing the right thing in my world. So
You're right. I'm saying, bro, like you seem like you really were tapped in with this album for it to come out for, relatively not a couple hours ago, but
yeah, it's because one, having a group of friends who are so well versed in music, it encourages me to do more.
But we ain't listening to it like you did, bro.
He said, "Y'all not going. I'm gonna have something to contribute.
Gonna catch me,
right? I'm gonna have something to say."
And I will admit, I saw someone that say that this was probably the one album that they really wish to have heard a J. Cole and Kendrick collab on, and I've been thinking about that kind of ever since I've done
that would
my
have been nice,
listens.
Yeah. That would have been fire for sure.
Yeah.
I want to correct myself, not Israelite, but 5%er. I think that's what he is, a 5%er.
What's that?
Can you describe to us what a 5%er is, please?
Or I
I'm
guess
gonna
the
be real
difference
with
between
you.
the two.
I can't really say, but I think it's something to do with like Muslim religion. I think, but I can't really say for sure.
Don't quote us, but okay.
5% Nation.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Jay Electronica, he's for sure a 5%er. That's how I know what it is.
Members of the group call themselves Allah's 5%ers, which reflects the components that 10% of the people in the world are elites and their agents who know the truth of existence and opt to keep 85% of the world in ignorance and under their controlling thumb. The remaining 5% are those who know the truth and are determined to enlighten the 85%.
Yeah,
because it makes a lot of sense with that album. He just tried to give us repentance. Hey,
I'm
not sure how to follow up.
Hey, these are the facts. These are the facts.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that.
We're not confirming nor denying whether Kendrick Lamar has an affiliation with this. Kendrick, I'm sorry, I don't know you. I'm just guessing. It's all.
Speaking of which, this isn't even like a full segue, but I feel like that's one thing I'm very tired of when it comes to I don't want to say like fandom and just like people that consume music, but people act like they know
something that they don't,
like immediately. And that's especially when it comes to like an artist that has a lot of like layered meanings and things like that.
It's like an onion.
It's like, I get it. Yes, of course, whatever he said has probably multiple meanings and stuff, but like some of this got to be reaching. That
one song with Pusha T, you know that video?
Yeah, that was from like forever ago.
And I just mean, I don't know. I agree with you, and I really just feel strongly about it because it's just that everybody got something to say.
It makes me feel like
God.
English class, where how it would be like every single thing. Yes, okay, sure. If the curtains are blue in the room, it might be to set the sad scene, or maybe they like the color blue, and they're just like the curtains are blue. You never know what like. Someone that's creating it
tied to like his childhood, and
sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Just listen to it and just appreciate it and enjoy it. But I'm just saying, like, you don't have to be like the person that's y'all not really hearing him right now. He's talking about this and this and this. Y'all, y'all not even on his level. It's like, okay, bro, like, okay, like, what do you want me to do? Like, I just want to enjoy the music, and I'm gonna read into it to the extent that I want to read into it, and I can appreciate it at the level that I want to appreciate it. But like, everything doesn't have to have 16 different meanings. Everything doesn't have to tie into. It's not the MCU, bro. Like, it's not like, the way he said this goes back to when he said this in his very first mixtape that y'all don't even be listening to. Like, y'all not even hip. You're like, well, where are we going with this?
Like everything be a competition.
I'm like, he don't even remember that song.
Yeah, like a lot of people, they they be like on social media and stuff talking about, oh man, if you didn't get it this time, you got to listen to it the second time. Because they be trying to add extra meanings into it and stuff like that, and it's like, bro, just enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
Please.
Or don't.
Or don't. Or don't.
Yeah, I would say I'm all over these political debates about like music and stuff like that. I finally have like wore myself to death because at the end of the day, like, beauty's in the eye of the beholder or something like this. So as fun as it is to like go around and ask people like, what's your favorite? Who's your Mount Rushmore? All this other stuff. It's like, Unless y'all feel the same way, it's usually going to depend on an argument or a disagreement anyway.
Yeah, music is subjective.
Yeah, but that's the fun part. You know, that's. I think when you accept that and when you understand the subjectivity of artistry and creative works and all this kind of stuff, like that's why I think we all have developed such an appreciation for it, is because we can say like, yes, I like this because this, and this. I'm very conscious and aware. I'm an active consumer of this type of music, so I know why I love it or why I don't like it or whatever. And I can have that discussion in the exact same way someone else can respectfully feel differently or feel something even stronger or at a different, you know, it's a huge long spectrum of how you can experience the exact same song. And I think, again, because we understand that, like I'm not trying to push any type of agenda when I'm talking about my opinions or the way I experience like a project. If I listen to a new album and I'm like, this album sucks, I don't care that like I'm not trying to tell you to not like it. If you're like, oh, I liked it, cool. I'm glad it's in your rotation. You know, if you want to bump that in your car, by all means. But that doesn't, you know, it makes no difference to me because it's just not going to be in my rotation. And vice versa.
I'm pushing the issue. And depending on like how, I guess, intentional they were about it, or just, I guess, like how strongly they feel the need to like express their opinion about it to me. So it's like, say, I'm gonna just go with Drake. I'm gonna stop saying other stuff, knowing that that's my favorite artist. But like, you know, if someone tells me that More Life sucks or whatever, it's like I'll just gauge the temperature. I'll be like, why does it suck? And then it'll be like, just because it does. Then I'll be like, okay, there's no reason to even have a conversation.
This conversation is
because you
null and void.
You have no say so. And if it's somebody who just like, oh, I just hate Drake totally, then I'm like, there's no reason to continue this conversation. You just don't like him
Nobody
anyway.
hates Drake. You just want to be different. Stop it.
Yeah. then like if somebody just like says something that I feel is like unfactually based, like, oh, I really didn't see the direction, then I'm not trying to force you to like it, but I'm like, I think that this is the direction that
Look
was
at
taken,
it this way,
or this is the perception that it was coming from, or, oh, you only got to song 5. This part is the best part. Yeah. If you want to go back and check it out, and then from there, you know, now I'm like, I'm putting you on game. Like, oh, if you wanted to give this a second listen, there's definitely different avenues and reasons why I think that it's worth it. But yeah, I mean, I think that you can't force somebody to like artists they don't like. I'm not going to be an avid Cardi fan. I'm gonna listen to him when my mans bump him. I'm gonna be in there. But
that's the one part you're gonna hit every time.
Never in my life will I ever just go to Apple Music and just type in Playboy Cardi and one of y'all not in my car in the room with me.
I wouldn't say never, bro.
That's what I was saying. Never.
Yeah. Well, yet up until this point, maybe something might happen. I didn't think I'd be as big of a Kanye fan as I am now. Man, I love that man. So
I agree. Hey, so do y'all like do y'all watch like YouTube like music reviews to like Anthony Fantano and stuff like that?
I actually never have.
I want to be the music review person, so I don't listen to nobody no more.
Nah, bro, I used to, but then I want to say it was probably some Anthony Fantano video.
White guy glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Melon, you know who I'm talking about.
He reviewed Shine. It was talking about how terrible of an album it was.
It'd be like, light 6. Or we'd be like, let's give it an easy 4. And I'm like, bro, God
you
dang.
Really,
out of 10? My God, what were you expecting? Yeah, no. So that actually definitely strengthened my ability to just be like, I'm going to listen to it and decide for myself, honestly.
Not like, because like I said, music is subjective, so I just never saw like the reason to even like watch stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I guess I was just trying to see like from somebody who did watch stuff, watch like music reviews, and like kind of like what was your reasoning behind watching it, you know?
I guess like sometimes it's off of just kind of seeing what the hype's about, I guess. But it also was like around the time like I would actually go and read music reviews like on, let's say, like Pitchfork or something. I'm breaking the fourth wall right now. John, last time I was hanging out with John, we were talking about it. And more specifically, like, what do y'all think that Jack Harlow album got on a Pitchfork?
A light 2.
Yeah, I got like a 2.9. And personally, I haven't listened to it. I don't know nothing about it. But I was just like, God dang, bro.
That album is not a 2. Like, I'm not even going to say that it's good, but it's definitely deserving of more than a 2 for sure.
I feel like it's very difficult to get a 2. Like a
like
I
so
don't
bad.
say
You have to-
some of
I
those
haven't
low
listened to
scores,
it.
you'd be like, bro,
You just
one, how? You know what I'm saying? Like, how bad could
Like,
it
was
be?
there music?
Right.
Like,
I'm saying.
was it one song?
Did they fill out the bubble sheet and write their name?
Right.
Off of that alone, it's just
That's
a one.
points, right?
That's a
Off
1.
the bare minimum. I'm saying,
Right.
so like he got a 2. He got a Drake feature in here.
I'm saying,
he got some
bro.
gas verses on his own solo songs on here. He got a single on here. Like this man to getting a 2.
Yeah.
Should at least get a 5, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
like you have to do something bad to get less than a 5. Like you have to do something like pretty unusually, characteristically bad about.
Jack gotta say, you know, that word.
Yo,
Jack gotta,
Man, that's
Jack
what I'm
gotta
saying.
double down. You
we
feel
waiting
me?
on it. We waiting on that
Slip
slip.
up. 1, -4, over. But I really,
NEGUS.
I'm saying, bro, maybe he just spelled out the song and be like, hold on, wait a second. But
Instead of spelling glamorous,
no.
that's how you remix the song.
Right.
And
Ooh, no, Jack, don't do this.
like, whoa,
Jack, you can't go out like that.
whoa there. You
But
been hanging with Drewski too much.
ooh,
This isn't funny.
right. But yeah, no, like,
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, by the way.
R.I.P.
are you just saying this, or is this the reason you're saying?
Think
this?
about Drewski made me think of Kevin Samuels, and think about Kevin
Why?
Samuel because they both have like little like snippets on social media that might be like a 5-minute clip, and it's really funny. So Drewski, whenever he doing his little things, have somebody auditioning for him, he just cut it. He's like, I don't want to hear you no more. Whenever Kevin Samuels,
Wow.
what's that dude name?
That's accurate.
He a comedian.
You really
Affion
do that,
Crotchet.
bro.
Who?
Affion
Affion,
Crotchet.
yeah.
He did like in respects to him passing, he did like a parody of him like talking to a woman. So then he was talking to the woman on IG, and then as soon as like she started like well in this scenario started like over talking him or saying like their point, he's like, and he just started blinking. He's like,
Terrible.
Is that what Kevin Samuels?
That's exactly what he would do. And it's
Bro, that
funny.
man was so bold.
yeah, he was
That junk was
He
so
was
uncalled
intense
for.
sure.
yeah, but I'm saying
Black
even-
women go through enough.
So
Man.
so with that, do you think that he was deserving to get all the negative backlash that he got after his passing? Because people held that over his head.
That's
Like
it.
like literally the day that the news came out that he died, all I seen on social media for the next 2 days,
I still
F
see
him.
it now, bro.
F him, and I'm like, wow. So I'm just saying, like, where's the I guess on a spectrum of morality, where does that land?
Zach is the real Mr. Morale,
Yeah,
bro.
so I'm just
You got
curious.
it, Jason?
I need answers from all three of you, gentlemen.
I got it.
I would say
That ain't no problem.
Personally, I don't try to speak on people's death, like no matter what.
Facts.
So yeah, as far as like Kevin Samuels go,
I plead the fifth.
I'm not asking you your opinion on him. I'm asking you, do you think
I'll give it to you.
does
Good.
it warrant it?
warrant the response that he received? Or is there adequate consequences for your decisions?
I'm gonna say no, just because at the end of the day, even though his words were intense, they were harsh. They're just words at the end of the day. So yeah,
Words have power, though.
yeah, but
It's
who-
okay.
like,
I'll start
Take it
my
there.
answer.
Go.
I'll start my answer because well, first and foremost, I'm not in a position to say just a blanket yes or no.
Okay.
I will say from my personal perspective, well, first and foremost, I never really like consumed his content, so I don't actually know like the furthest extent. I don't
Same.
know the overall like
Message that he was
whatever,
trying to send.
but I hear that it
same,
was just
same.
super
Bad.
duper negative, and I've seen like a couple clips here and there. So from my perspective, following what Jayson is saying, I don't like to speak negatively on anyone that passed just because they're gone. I'm not saying like yes or no. It's just like they're gone. They're gone. If they were doing harm, they can't do harm anymore. But at the same time, I'm not the population that was being bashed the most, commonly, or being like saying the worst things or whatever. Like how I started by saying like black women go through enough. And so I can see the frustration, and I can see that it can be reasonable because I can't be in the shoes of what that person may have felt like. If he could have said something that made them feel horrible, like terrible. Even if it wasn't the person that they were saying it to, if I'm just like another black woman or that has heard things said that to them or had things like that said to them in the past or whatever, like that can feel that pain and that can actually feel that hurt from those words. It's not just words. It can easily be just words for us because it's like that hasn't, he's just talking junk. Just the way, we roast each other and it's fun and whatever. Right. But for someone that those words could genuinely, realistically hurt them, I can definitely get why someone will respond in the sense of like being like not being upset that he's dead and saying maybe that he deserved it or that whatever, that they're just not sad or whatever. Just because, again, like put yourself in those shoes. If someone said something that really, really, really cut you deep.
Segueing into my answer. Yeah. I like the closest that I can get to understanding this perspective is racism, because that's one thing that I will experience to an immense degree. And any like well-known racists, I've never like wished death upon them or like was excited to hear that they died. I don't know who the KKK ringleader is, if that person name has been disclosed, but still like. Yeah, like there's really nothing that anybody could say to me, even like somebody disrespecting your dead relative, like your grandmother, because somebody like had made a like angry comment to me like my 8th grade year, and that was my first time getting into a fight at school. Somebody said something about my grandma who just passed. But even that person, like I definitely didn't like think at all like, yeah, this person got to go. Like I'm just like, I just don't want you to say this again, type stuff like that. So yeah, I would just genuinely wonder y'all opinion on it, but like. I don't think there's really any situation where speaking positively about someone passing away is warranted in any degree.
Oh, dude.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to have an answer. You can segue to your question. It was just wondering. I was just wondering it. I've seen it a lot on social media this past weekend. I also don't consume his content. That parody with Affion Crawford was the first video that I seen about him, but it was funny.
Yeah, I don't watch too much of his content, so I guess to give context, but yeah.
That's like it's hard for me to say because like I don't know how negatively he's talked on certain populations. I don't know what he said to people. I don't know what those people have gone through, how they felt, so on and so forth. So it's really difficult. I just know I personally, I can't imagine there being something reasonably that would make me feel that strongly like hatred about whatever, that I'd be happy that they passed away. But maybe but I don't know. I've never. That's what I'm saying. Like I've never experienced that type of hurt where someone might have. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah. Similarly to you guys, I did not consume any of his content, but I did see similar to you, Zach. Like just
slander. That was for like a day straight.
Bop. Refreshing. Going. I'm just like, dang. And it makes me think about that. Is it Thugalicious in Boondocks? What did he say to make them that mad?
And now I don't. Now I want to go watch it, understand like what did he say? Like I want to know now, but I don't. I'm still not gonna like go look it up.
And it's just kind of crazy because I want to say that day that he did pass. I was with my mom and we saw WandaVision, and we had ran into some old friends, and somebody was talking about it, and he was like, just hesitant to even say bro's name. He was like, yeah,
that guy.
Right. And I was kind of like, are you talking about? He's like, yeah. He was like, and just like relieved that I said it first. And I'm just like,
wow.
This feel like it's a little too complicated, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's a touchy subject for sure.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like I'm probably still gonna see
more of it.
Yes,
definitely.
I just truly do. Especially, I don't want to say it again, but check out that Atlanta episode. I'll just say that.
He's in it.
I will not confirm nor deny. You dig? But
I'm gonna watch it.
Good.
The new Atlanta episode.
I'm just saying, maybe we can get a Hulu sponsorship. I don't know. And I guess if there's nothing else, I guess I'll segue into.
Oh yeah, it's time.
All right. So I think I brought this up before. We all live in apartments. We all live in communities that normally house, of course, families.
Except John. Condo. They're slightly different.
Right. But if you were to hear, I guess, a animal or a pet in distress, like how far would you go? I guess.
Like,
So like if I hear like a dog screaming profusely,
Yeah.
how far would I go to save the animal, or like how far in distance, like how oh, if it's far away I don't care, but if it's next door it's like, oh, I kind of care.
I don't know. I feel like that's kind of components to the
Okay.
answer here. Yeah, like just in general, when you think about it, like to what lengths would you go, I guess, to possibly assist this animal?
Well, similar to, I don't know if you heard the song Crown yet, but
This is off the album too, bro.
yeah. Like you can't
help
save
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah,
You can't help everybody. You can't save everybody.
Oh,
And
okay.
especially when I know, like, I've definitely overstepped by assisting in a lot in my life. So all I've ever heard from people is stay out of things that you're not a part of and stuff like that. I've been the average person of, if you believe in something, go do it no matter what.
Right.
But after, the world kind of breaking me down to saying like, oh no, raise your hands and be less in the
Dang,
mix about
bro.
stuff.
Not
now,
less.
especially like animals, not to say Peter. I know that we have said. I know we have said some things up until this point.
They
Peter,
are literally surveilling our
I'm not.
podcast.
saying, bro.
I'm not saying anything.
We might
to
get
those
some
people.
charges, bro.
I'm not saying
No.
anything to that person about how they treating their animal or stuff like that. If I see them walking outside one day, I might be like, "Bro, was that your dog that was screaming like that? What's going on?"
Right.
And then
Okay.
that's just to put it in your head for you to think like other people are hearing
Someone's
us.
concerned
Right.
and someone
Exactly. But I'm not knocking on your door. I'm not stealing a dog. I'm not calling animal protective services on you. That's
Okay.
not my place.
Okay. Well, what about you guys? Or if it's similar, like what you guys feeling?
yeah, nah. I'm a big proponent of minding my business.
see.
So, if it's
For
like
sure.
a dog or a cat, I'm just gonna have to.
If it's a human, I might
Like,
go
yeah,
over
if
there.
it's like a human, maybe I'm going over, maybe knocking on the door, checking.
If it's a baby or a woman, I'll go over there. A dog,
yeah, dog.
What about a puppy?
I don't know how big that is.
Just like you said, you just hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the animal look like. I don't even know what kind of animal it is. What if I hear a pig squealing? What you
If I hear that, bro, I gotta move. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You just hear.
I'm just putting on my headphones and
continue with the day?
continue my day, bro. I know that sounds messed up, but
But
like,
if you go over there, hey, and you put
That
yourself
sounds like a Zach answer talking about, this Kendrick album.
Kendrick album. Yes, boy.
Yo. Oh my God. Okay, so that's two. What you got before I start this?
Yeah, if
journey again?
I'm probably not doing much if I'm only hearing it, just because it's a lot. Animals will be making all types of noises. I be on TikTok, bro. Some dogs just be barking weird. Like
God.
like you just be a dog would just bark like for no reason.
Yeah, literally.
So
saying.
like unless if the moment I actually see some type of abuse, or if I see that there's actual evidence, like if the dog is bruised up or
Bleeding,
something,
limping.
exactly, then I'm gonna call somebody, and then I'm gonna be honest, the call is probably the furthest extent.
Yeah,
that
the
I'm going.
max. You don't even know I called them.
Exactly. You don't know. I am anonymous. Do not say my name. I'm like, look,
Boy.
I am a neighbor. This is my address.
I'm not giving them the address.
Yo,
This is their address.
This is their address. I'm
located in the region.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I was on a walk. I stumbled upon a situation. So
That's all I have. Lose my number.
Right. You gotta. I was gonna say,
I'm calling *67
and the call quick before they can track your phone.
on me.
Yo.
Yeah, number 989. There's like, I only have
Triangulation.
one Saginaw area.
I'm calling off the burner.
That's crazy.
the
Break
Takes
the-
Now free app.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Animal control got a kick.
listen, they might have a story after this one. So I want to say, yeah, it's Monday. I get off of work, I'm
Ooh,
chilling, and Kiara gets home. We're like, all right, well, what we gonna make for dinner? Whatever. We settle on BOTs. All right, cool. Whatever.
Dang, maybe one.
And then we just hear this
Tell the
dog.
story.
We just hear like it's I don't know how to really paint the picture here.
Singing.
It's singing. It's singing for real. And it's just singing kind of for a long time, but I haven't heard it any other time before this ever. And I guess I've lived in this place for about 6 months now. I say that because to me, that is very relevant to this story. Anyway, so I go up to my patio. I'm just looking because I'm just like, all right, I'm trying to figure out where's this sound coming from. I'm also like, what is it? Because like you guys were saying, like if it's a person or something, like help, you know what I'm saying? That's different compared to
fight or flight.
You feel me? And let's just say there is another complex right behind where my complex is, and this lady sees me looking. So I guess that's kind of the part 2 of the question. Do you feel more empowered to, I guess, do something if you have someone else? It
was just like another person that was also trying to look at what was going
also
on.
trying to figure out,
I'm like
triangulate.
I'm like, is this the culprit?
Nah.
Like, this is the abuser you just locked eyes with? I'm closing the
abuse
window.
you, boy.
That window's shut. Them curtains are going straight to, you're never going to see me again.
Nah, bro. It's just a very, very concerned...
she looking at you like,
I swear to ooh, man.
What is that?
Listen,
you're like, hey.
Basically, how it happens is I'm looking. I don't even know where it's coming from. Like y'all were saying, you don't know what situation is. You know none of that. And I just hear this lady's like, "Hey." I'm looking. I'm like, I know she's not talking to me, bro.
Hey, you should have.
Man, I have some regrets after this story.
No regrets.
She looking at me, hey, do you hear that? And I'm just like, all right,
no.
Yeah.
Do you hear it?
Whatever.
Hear what?
I hear it,
exactly.
yeah.
I'm deaf.
And she goes like, yeah, that sounds like a dog. And I'm like, I know where this is going. And then, but the issue is that she just starts creating these scenarios. She's like, well, it just sounds like he's been crying for a very long time. Like, I don't know, like, maybe we should do something. I'm looking at her, I'm like, ma'am.
You should do something.
I'm like, ma'am, you don't even live here.
Speak French?
Oh, true.
What are you talking about? You, the complex behind me, bro. Ooh. And eventually, I'm just going to kind of jump some parts of it. She ends up calling the police. And it's just like the specific house that she is triangulating on are people that are also black. And I'm just kind of like, listen, I'm not necessarily trying to dissuade you from your concern here, but I'm just like, I feel conflicted.
You talk about the police.
Exactly. I'm just like,
I don't know.
You're going kind of crazy right
dogs
now.
just be getting in moods for real,
You feel me? I'm like,
It's a
I got a
full
dog.
moon.
Dory just be singing sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And she takes it there. But it's just crazy because eventually she starts cooking me. She was like,
you weren't even gonna do anything.
Yes. No, she was like, you don't seem very concerned. I'm like, ma'am, I just got off of work. Who are you? You don't live here, bro. What?
It's a dog.
Yo, and
Shut
eventually, bro, I don't know how she gets here, but eventually I just try to go over to this house. I'm just like, no, I'm knocking on the door. Hey, anybody home? Hello. Because I am hearing the dog. I'm seeing, like, okay, maybe this is house or whatever. Bro, before I look up, somehow this lady is in our complex, bro. Then there's a gate between my side and her side.
Batman, bro.
And there is not a quick way to get around this gate.
No.
Wow.
Fam. No, I'm like, so in my head, I started to think, I'm
She
like,
finna vigilante you.
I'm
Because
saying,
you didn't
this
say
is a
nothing.
setup.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure you hopped this fence, but I don't know how to ask you that without you being like, so what if I did? I feel like, yo, what the fuck? And eventually, bro, because I'm just like, I don't know why I did it, but she starts like really looking around, going around back and everything. And I go with her. Because I'm just like, bro, I don't know what's finna
That's
go
when
down.
you flip the script and you call the police. There's a mysterious woman
Crazy
that's
ass lady. Help me.
It looks like she's trying to break into this apartment. I don't know what's going on.
She looks really suspicious.
And it gets worse.
And she had a knife. Beep.
She has a bag in her hand. I don't know what's in it.
Trust me, it gets worse. So we get back there, right? And I don't even know if I guess I should be saying it on a podcast. At this point,
I've said some.
Is this a live investigation?
Go.
No.
Right.
But she, like, I guess we see the dog looking at me. I'm looking at him. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. He alive,
Dog
good.
talking about,
We done. Exactly, bro.
Talking about, I got a concert coming up. I'm
Oh my
practicing.
God.
What you talking about?
But this lady's still going off. She's like, he was right here. You squeamish. You this and that. I'm like, ma'am, this is trespassing. What are you doing here? You do not belong here. And eventually when the cops come, I'm just
They trying to take you in the car.
I'm
being
scared.
someone with melanin.
doing here?
You
feel me?
can't trespass. Maybe
You
she
feel
can.
me? I'm just like, hey, listen, I live right there. There's this lady back here that was really concerned about this dog.
She give it to me and going with her.
Listen, just so everybody knows what's going on. She's like, all right, for sure. Go back. Officer's cool. Whatever. And then this lady starts going off on the officer, and also continuously in her,
way.
fussing at her, admits to being like, yeah, I opened the door or whatever. The door's unlocked or whatever. This and that. And I'm looking at her. I'm like, why the fuck would you say that shit? Oh.
Because she knows she not gonna face no consequences for her
Exactly.
actions.
But the cop's like, why would you do that shit? Yo,
They should have.
I'm saying, bro, and like she was just arguing the whole time. She's like, well, I understand, this is this and that, but like I still believe in animal rights and whatever.
Crazy.
I'm like, oh,
I hope she don't listen to our
And now she know
podcast.
where the hell I live.
I hope she
I
listens
hope
to
she
it.
does not listen to this podcast.
Listen, if you listening, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I
Get
ain't
some
gonna do
help.
that.
Stop it,
Bro.
Get some help.
Because then we, obviously the cop's like, all right, don't do that shit again. The dog's okay. We can't just break into this house. People have rights, whatever. Go back around. Cops go back to the car, whatever. Goodbye. Yeah. He looks at me and she's like, did you say something to the cop? I said, oh my freaking God, bro. There's no way.
I would have just nutted up on her at that point. I'm like, stop talking to me.
I was like, man, were you serious? She said, yeah, the cop, kind of winked at you. And then after what I said, and it made it seem like I was crazy. Thanks for backing me up. I was like, why the fuck did you say that shit?
Backing you up.
Stupid.
You are crazy.
Your ass is crazy. And it gets worse. Because then she goes on this long tangent
No
about
way.
she must have had some traumatic experience
Yeah.
with bunnies or something. Because she's like, animals, they say like on the internet, animals can't just be near running water because of this and that. But there's like a component in your gut. You need water and it absorbs through your skin and this and that. And I'm just like, oh my freaking God, bro. How did I end up here?
Was there any running water like nearby?
No.
Yeah, no, she was.
No,
for
she was
sure
just committed.
projecting. Yeah,
Bro, and it was just a
she was
very
calling the wrong services. You need to call
Bro.
the psych ward.
Arkham Asylum,
man,
specifically.
and that's kind of why I'd asked, if you work on the 4th floor, because she had mentioned stuff like that too.
She works
She
there.
works at Amazon.
Yeah, so you might see her, bro.
Whoa!
I probably
the plot
have-
thickens.
I probably have came across her, bro. I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
your homie. You be talking to her. You be like, yes, I have a kid.
Yo, you gonna tell her about a podcast? She's
Storing?
gonna be like, oh, let me listen to it. And be like, oh,
I think you really
It all
love
comes
episode
full
14.
circle.
right. And that was just, I don't know. That's why I asked, how far would you go? Because I'm sitting there and I'm just like,
Breaking into someone's home.
it's not
Absolutely
one of them. It's not one of them at all. I'm sorry.
Absolutely not.
Because I'm like, listen, I'm explaining to this lady because I'm like, I need you to understand this. I understand you are not, the same complexion as me, but
That don't fly.
that don't fly, bro.
Oh.
You don't know who in this house. They could just be in here waiting for you to do something stupid. You know what I'm saying?
On their property. Wow.
Over.
It's a setup. They got the dog trained.
I'm saying, bro, that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy,
They
but
got
it
the
wasn't as
Ariana
crazy
Grande
as
of
breaking and
dogs.
injuring.
Talking about, all
Okay.
right, a 1, a 2, a
Skiddly
1.
diddly do.
Cock the gun, just stand by the doorway.
We got him. Over.
She's one shot, fellas. She's one shot.
Oh my God, yo. But
Grab the loot. Grab the loot.
I just couldn't believe it. And it's like, I absolutely left. She was still there talking. Kiara came and saved me. We went to the store or something, and she was just there, planted. And I'm like, are you just gonna wait for him to come
Waiting
back?
for like the owner or whatever.
By the time I came back, she was gone. I'm just like, thank God, because
Yeah, no way.
I don't think these neighbors would have played that. I'm just saying it like that. So,
Yeah, police would have been there a second time.
Oh yeah.
hey, somebody would have. We would have needed somebody for cleanup. That's all I'm gonna say. But
Wow.
yeah, bro, she was committed. She was like, the dog may be diabetic or something. Like, there's something wrong with him. He shouldn't be barking like that. I'm like, ma'am, I don't think this is that.
I hope next time I crowd out somebody that concerned and they do all of this.
They
to me.
break it to your house.
I heard him over there sounding displeased.
I heard
had to
Marvin's
figure it
room.
out.
He played it on
Man,
repeat.
Somebody had that kind of
I
compassion.
had to get in. I had to
bro.
save him.
I'm just saying, that's why, when I was listening to the Big Steppers, that one song, I was like, I can't play none of these out loud, bro.
Oh,
she
yeah.
I'm coming to get you. And I'm like, bro, yo. I'm going back. I'm telling Dory, I'm like, hey, listen, I know you be having your moments sometimes, but you got to relax. Because there's a lady out here, and she's looking for new pets. Okay?
Man.
Dory looking at me like, okay.
Exactly. I understand.
Oh.
I was watching from the window. I don't want that.
Bro.
She on Paw Patrol.
Nah, that's crazy. Yo.
I'm just saying, like, it's one thing, like, we saw him. He was good. Why he tried to do it? why she start doing stuff? It was, oh, man.
That's truly crazy. But you know what's crazier, though? Listening to this podcast without sharing, without rating, without liking, without subscribing.
All that.
You might as well just go ahead and check yourself in right with.
And if you know who I'm talking about, don't tell her to watch this episode, please.
I want you to make this episode so popular that she decides to watch it on accident.
God.
So
that it just somehow finds a way to
right
to her. Yeah, but hey, that was a wonderful
wait,
episode.
DJ D-Ray, cut the beat. We got our boy Jay Stacks. I need you to get this question off, Dr. Jarrell.
Oh, yes. I forgot.
All right. You better slide it in there, boy.
All right. Yeah. So, for like the last question of the day,
This is a dense question.
what is your favorite piece of tech
You
that
did
has
ask
come
us
out
this.
in your lifetime, and what do you think is the most important piece of tech that come out in your lifetime?
Easy answer. I'll say the most important, the computer.
Yeah.
And then if I say
What do you mean by like the computer? 'Cause,
I'll say the iPhone. I would say the iPhone because it's portable. It serves as a computer. You have scheduling on there, and yeah, it's also like a Polaroid, basically.
solid. Anybody else?
I can't think of anything other than the iPhone. I like cameras.
I don't say like my
Those are important
favorite
for me.
I initially thought like, you know, back when I was a young boy, my Game Boy, I really did enjoy that. You feel me? I'm saying like holds a
That
lot
Game Boy
of
Color was gas.
a lot of memories for me. You dig? But as far as like most important, yeah, I'm drawing a blank. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'd like to say a nice like.
Can I say the wheel, or is that like a cop out answer?
Low-key
It
technology.
had to come out in our lifetime since
Yeah,
'98.
like in our lifetime, so since '98 type shit. So like, I guess to start off with mine, like the Game Boy SV. That's probably SP. That's probably like my favorite.
I'm saying,
it
bro.
was definitely like one of the most memorable parts of my childhood for real.
That or like one of the DS's.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
or the PSP for sure.
PSP was a sleeper hit.
Man.
It was before its time. It died out like kind of early. I feel like it should have had a lot more like of a prime than what it
Definitely.
actually did. Like people was kind of like, they ain't doing it right now.
Facts for sure. And I guess if I had to say the most important piece of tech, this is actually not even like actually hardware specific, but I would definitely say Google. Like
Search
Okay,
engine.
yeah.
Really
search
good.
engine, just
That's
Google's
really good.
everywhere.
I couldn't live my
Yeah.
life without Google. If I'm being
interweb.
honest.
I do Google quite often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with that, honestly. Not Bing. We don't like Bing.
Yeah.
It's all about Google here.
All my friends use Google.
Yo. But I think with that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Next time we will be sure to. Next time we'll have Jayson go ahead and intro us in. You know what I'm saying? Do
Slide
this
in there
question.
early.
Yeah. Instead of on the late. But thank you guys for tuning in this episode. Like we said, like, comment, subscribe.
Share, retweet, repost. Check out the new content that's gonna be on the Twitter. It's
You
gonna be
feel
up
me?
by the time this episode comes out. So be prepared for it.
But other than that, thanks for sliding by the house, and we will see you when we see you.
You're
You're